Okay, Tesla's the world's EV back with another video. So if you guys did watch my previous video, which you should have, essentially you would know that I've been contemplating upgrading the 2024 rear-wheel drive to the Model Y Juniper all-wheel drive. And here's my decision. Let's jump in.
Black seas now, lost in the water, got me looking for the keys now. I don't know.
So let's just get down to the nitty-gritty, guys. Okay? You don't need to wait. This isn't one of those climax videos. Okay? I simply ordered it. I cracked. Correct. Just like an egg, I cracked. So after 3 weeks of deliberation and contemplation and dragging my wife through it all, the restless nights, just me sitting literally right next to her ear, like, yo, what should I do? Where should I go? Why should I do it? I have decided to pull the trigger, and I don't, should I edit that out, guys? Anyways, I decided to pull the trigger because simply, I'll explain. Now, initially, the rear-wheel drive 2024, let me remind you guys first before we get into this, I love the car. There is nothing wrong. It is perfectly fine. Definitely for regular day-to-day drivers, it is more efficient. Well, the new one will have more range. Essentially, mine didn't. Mine was the 260-mile standard range. It was like the last right before they stopped making them. Does have the hardware for, so everything was perfect. But when I noticed the new rear-wheel drive Model Y Juniper, it had literally everything that the all-wheel drive had, which mine didn't really. Now mine, I guess it was just lacking the speakers. But the new rear-wheel drive Model Y Juniper actually has a second faster, so I'd assume it has more horsepower. It's a second faster. It has the same amount of speakers as the all-wheel drive. So it has the ventilated seats, which is new. I don't even think the all-wheel drive 2024 had the ventilated seats. So, but the main reason why I did it, guys, was the all-wheel drive. Now, the rear-wheel drive is fast enough. It is fine. It is very, very quick. The top end speed doesn't really have top end speed. We'll see about the all-wheel drive. I hear it is a little similar as far as top end speed after you've hit like 60 miles per hour or 80 miles per hour. Wait, who's going to be going over 80 miles per hour with Tesla insurance? Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Anyways, so it didn't really have the top end speed, but it wasn't just that. It when I got the rear wheel drive, it was my first Tesla. I didn't really know anything. Well, I didn't know anything. So I I thought there was an acceleration boost that you can buy, because I did see 6.5 seconds, and I was like, well, I mean, that's faster than what I've had. I mean, I think the fastest car I owned previously was a Dodge Charger Hemi, which was a dumpster fire and took a dump on me after like 2 years. But that's another story. Anyways, obviously has that slingshot effect, right? But the more speakers in the all-wheel drive, that was also another factor because you guys know, I like to blim blim, blim blim. Well, I guess you don't know, but now you know. I like to blim blim, blim blim. But yeah. So I guess it was a few reasons. Plus the design, the light bar, the obviously the new ventilated seats, the camera on the front bumper. Now, we're going to get into the camera on the front bumper in a few seconds, but I wanted the all wheel drive for the performance, the speakers, and maybe a few other little things. But because obviously it is the refresh, I won't say that I regret getting the rear wheel drive, but after I got it, I was kind of like, oh, I should have waited. But see, what happened is unfortunately I'm very impatient. So what happened is I actually ended up taking delivery probably about a week after, and I didn't want to wait because unfortunately there was no all-wheel drives available. It was literally a month out. So I had to have waited. It was like 4 to 6 weeks or something like that. For some weird reason, when I ordered a Tesla, they like had no all-wheel drives ready to go. So, and then that's also why on the streets all I see is dual motor, dual motor, dual motor, dual motor, dual motor. So yeah, you can imagine how I felt after that. But I was just being very impatient. So I won't say I regretted it, but it was always in the back of my mind, like, man, I should have waited. If I had the all-wheel drive, would I have still upgraded to the Model Y Juniper? No. It is a hard no. Like, I wouldn't even have looked at it, honestly. So that was the main reason. It just happens to be the new refresh, the new light bar, the new back, which is an innovation from Tesla, the new back light bar, or excuse me, in the back, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. I can't talk. But anyways, there were a lot of, there were more stuff now, which I'm going to get into right now. There was a few things. Now, I do anticipate. Now, this is just a theory, right? I don't know for sure because I haven't heard anything saying otherwise, right? Is I have a feeling when the robo taxi comes out. Now, am I going to add my car to the fleet? Probably not. Do I want random people in my car? Probably not. But do I want that option? And I do, for you guys, actually want to do a few videos whenever it does drop, just to kind of show you guys, right? So I will eventually do it. Just we'll see how it goes, right? But anyways, I do feel this once again, this is my opinion. Don't at me, all right? Don't at me. I do feel like you're going to require Tesla's going to require that front bumper camera in the beginning. In the beginning, for you to add your car to the robo taxi. So now, obviously, it's launching in Austin, Texas, right first, and I believe California, like shortly after. But it's going to be a little while before it gets to other states. I probably, my theory is the end of next year, the end of this year, the beginning of next. I anticipate it being in Las Vegas and other states more than obviously Texas. But I do feel like it's going to be a requirement to have that camera. Now, later on, I do think that they'll figure it out and maybe you won't. But what if? Now, what if that is a requirement, period, and you have to have a front bumper camera to, period, add your car to the fleet, add your Tesla to the fleet. Now, if that's the case, it's going to be pandemonium because what they'll do is they'll come out with the camera, right, that you can probably buy and then have a third party put in, and or they'll, which I highly doubt because their service center would be swamped, right? But that obviously would be another option is if they, would have their service center, you would buy it and then you come into the service center and they put it on for you. Either way, both ways, it's going to be sold out. Why do I always hit my on the mic? Anyways, it's going to be sold out and it's going to be pandemonium. Because I'm telling you right now, no one's paying attention to the robo-taxi stuff. But when it drops and people see it, they're going to be like, oh, wow, I can add my car to the fleet and make money. It's going to be pandemonium if they do that to where they separately sell the camera. It's going to be always sold out. I assure you it's going to always sell out. So with that being said, I just kind of want to be in a sense prepared, which is another small factor, right? But I just want to be prepared. And once again, it's for you guys, because when they do drop and when it does come to Las Vegas, I will be doing videos of giving people rides in the robo taxi. There you have it, guys. I am getting the Model Y Juniper, and obviously you're going to see me just like all the other guys or YouTubers. Hey, you should check out the interior and the light on the stabilization system. And then after the ionizing tires rotate, you're going to... I don't know what that was. But yeah, I'm a little excited. I'm getting more excited as the day goes on. Now, if we want to talk about the numbers, guys? No, I don't want to talk about the numbers. Let's just say I am taking a hit. Financially, it probably wasn't the smartest decision, but we'll be just fine. And this is Tesla, the world's EV, guys. By the way, within all my, or, in the midst of all my rambling, I forgot to tell you guys, help me out, man. Smash that like button if you like Tesla, if you love Tesla. Hit that subscribe button if you love or if you're obsessed with Tesla. And come check your boy out, man. Tesla, the world's EV. I'm outros.